Daily Mass Readings and Reflection. August 29, 2023. Memorial Day of the Passion of Saint John the Baptist. First reading is taken from the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 1 to 8. Brothers and sisters, the Spirit scrutinizes everything, even the depths of God. Among men, who knows what pertains to the man except his spirit that is within? Similarly, no one knows what pertains to God except the Spirit of God. We have not received the Spirit of the world but the Spirit who is from God, so that we may understand the things freely given us by God. And we speak about them not with words taught by human wisdom, but with words taught by the Spirit, describing spiritual realities in spiritual terms. Now the natural man does not accept what pertains to the Spirit of God, for to him it is foolishness, and he cannot understand it, because it is judged spiritually. The one who is spiritual, however, can judge everything but is not subject to judgment by anyone. For who has known the mind of the Lord, so as to counsel him? But we have the mind of Christ. Responsorial Psalm. The Lord is just in all his ways. A reading from our Holy Gospel according to St. Mark chapter 6, verses 17 to 29. Herod was the one who had John arrested and bound in prison on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip, whom he had married. John had said to Herod, "It is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife." Herodias harbored a grudge against him and wanted to kill him but was unable to do so. Herod feared John, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man, and kept him in custody. When he heard him speak he was very much perplexed, yet he liked to listen to him. She had an opportunity one day when Herod, on his birthday, gave a banquet for his courtiers, his military officers, and the leading men of Galilee. Herodias' own daughter came in and performed a dance that delighted Herod and his guests. The king said to the girl, "Ask of me whatever you wish and I will grant it to you." He even swore many things to her. "I will grant you whatever you ask of me, even to half of my kingdom." She went out and said to her mother, "What shall I ask for?" She replied, "The head of John the Baptist." The girl hurried back to the king's presence and made her request, "I want you to give me at once on a platter the head of John the Baptist." The king was deeply distressed, but because of his oaths and the guests he did not wish to break his word to her. So he promptly dispatched an executioner with orders to bring back his head. He went off and beheaded him in the prison. He brought in the head on a platter and gave it to the girl. The girl in turn gave it to her mother. When his disciples heard about it, they came and took his body and laid it in a tomb. Reflection for today's Holy Gospel. Herod feared John. Besides Jesus and Mary, John the Baptist is the only other person whose birthday and day of death are liturgically marked by the Church. Today we read the account of his martyrdom in Mark's Gospel, along with the other evangelists. The first-century Jewish historian Josephus also disapproved of Herod Antipas' union with Herodias, the wife of his half-brother Herod Boethus, son of Herod the Great, and Mariamne too, who was also called Herod Philip by some writers. Their relationship was prohibited by law. John speaking out against this breach of the Jewish law gets him into trouble with Herodias, who opportunely sees Herod's promise to her daughter as a chance to ask for John's death. John is beheaded for his boldness in speaking out for the truth. He conforms his life to the truth, conscious and aware of his holy vocation as the precursor of the coming Messiah. John's righteousness and Herod's grip on his reputation and power are here put in stark contrast with each other. While John is bent on doing what is right and just in the sight of God, Herod is preoccupied with pleasing his guests. Herod roots his identity in the fear of man, John in the fear of God. Because John fears God, he is free from the fear of man and death, and nothing can stop him from proclaiming the truth.